We've got our Captain Crunch, we've got our raspberries, our peanut butter that you can't see, and our Greek yogurt. Woohoo! I'm so happy. Hey guys, so today's video is going to be sharing my top tip for killing your cravings. This is actually going to be recorded at the same time as I do an Instagram live video. So if I'm looking back and forth, it's not because I'm like really unfocused, it's because I'm trying to talk to my YouTube and my Instagram livers over here. So I'm going to show you my top tips. Stay tuned. My live video is about to start. Okay. My camera is steady. I am seated. Everyone is here. So in today's video, my main topic is going to be what you can do in order to just crush your cravings, or to at least keep them under control and not struggle with them a ton, because I think everybody knows that cravings are one of the main things that hold people back from reaching their goals. Like as soon as you're on a plan and you start having cravings, then you can't stick to the plan and it just kind of ruins everything, right? So today we're gonna go over one of my biggest things that I started doing that has started helping me decrease my cravings. Like nothing is ever gonna be foolproof unless you're like a robot or somebody that doesn't like food, therefore a robot. So we're just gonna go right into my story first. So I was struggling with binge eating for like 10 years, at least 10 years now. I was diagnosed with it. This isn't just me being like, oh, I ate an extra cookie last week. Like, no, this was like diagnosed by a professional. So it was a massive struggle for me, and I struggled with this for like I said, 10 years, since I was young, because I matured very early and I put on weight early, so I started dieting, and my biggest struggle was, again, the cravings, because I could never stay on track. So I would go so long without eating foods I loved, and then eventually I would just fall off track, because you can only do that for so long. So eventually I learned, oh my god, my camera has fallen. This is a catastrophe. Eventually I learned about let me just resituate myself here. The concept of, oh, this is not good. I learned about macros, and that blew my mind. But like, it's still, I don't know, I would put things in on a regular basis. Like basically the concept of tracking your macros is when you have a set calorie range and you'll fill those calories with mostly healthy foods. And then if you have room, you can have some treats. So here comes the solution, the specific solution to my cravings, and that is my favorite dreamy meal. Let's first, okay, I'm just gonna like I'm gonna make it. Holy goodness gracious. Okay, we're gonna just, okay, so first, wait, no, I'm just gonna show you guys all of the ingredients. So, the first ingredient is where we get our protein from. So, this is plain Greek yogurt. Now, plain Greek yogurt on its own isn't the best, so we add a little bit of sweetener. So, if you are picky with artificial sweeteners, feel free to use stevia. I don't think a little bit of artificial sweeteners in moderation is the worst. So, yeah. So we got our Greek yogurt. That's our base here, where we're gonna get all our protein, and then our sweetener just to make it a little more fun. And then the next thing we add is our frozen raspberries. So this doesn't have to be frozen. I also really like blueberries, but the key to making it frozen is when you put it into your Greek yogurt, it makes it all like frozen, and it's like a little treat. So it's really cool, it's really yummy, it's really good. You don't have to use frozen, you can use normal, but I suggest using frozen unless you have sensitive teeth. And then we add in our peanut butter. So I have light peanut butter here. However, it's not a massive difference in light peanut butter and regular peanut butter, so I eat this. And then our topping, the golden ingredient, the fun ingredient. So I switch between Captain Crunch and Cinnamon Toast Crunch. I'm trying to talk to both cameras at once, and I think I'm not doing a good job. So I love eating these cereals. I just love them so much. I don't know, should I make the meal right now in front of you guys? So a common question I get about this meal all the time, people are like, do you eat this meal every day, or is this something you just have once a week? I eat this meal every single day. And maybe if you're one of those robot people I was talking about and you can go a long time without sweets and you don't feel like super deprived and you won't fall off track and start binging, then don't have something like this every day. Like, congratulations. I'm like, that's so nice for you that you don't have cravings that are terrible, but some of us do and some of us fall off track. So my solution is a serving of cereal in with my Greek yogurt and my fruit and my peanut butter on a regular basis every night. Pretty much every night of my entire weight loss journey, I've been eating these. So you have your serving of cereal and then you feel like a lot more satisfied. It really just kind of crushes your cravings because you get a little taste of something sweet, and once everything's mixed together, it's like a yummy little treat. Like, I include this meal in most of my meal plans as long as people like all of the ingredients, and a lot of the girls have said, like, this meal really helps me with having less cravings because it's so good. So how I see this is I would rather have a little treat every single day and stay on track and not go off and go crazy binging. I'd rather do this, have a little bit every day, as opposed to not having a little bit every day and then every weekend having like an insanely large cheat meal that makes me ruin all the progress I made for the week. So that is what I do here, and it is obviously it's not the only solution, or it's not the nothing is ever going to completely take away every single problem. Well, maybe something will, but in this case, like, yeah, sometimes I'll still have cravings and I'll still fall off track, but for the most part, it's so much better since I've started incorporating this. And if you want to cut down on sugar, like I personally, again, I think it's fine to have a little bit, but you could always put like a healthier cereal in this meal, and it would be very beneficial for you too, as long as you're enjoying it. Like, the point of this meal, and like, have this at whatever point of the day that you have the most cravings. So I have the most cravings at night, so I have this at night. If you need to start your day with something sweet, have it for breakfast. You could have it as a snack. You could just eat it every meal. That's what I've always been tempted to do. Just kidding. So that is wrapping up one of the things I do to decrease cravings, just allowing, it's kind of like, you can't see this as an all or nothing thing, as I've said many times. So when you're just incorporating a little treat, it's not like, oh my god, I had a treat, that's it, everything's ruined. Like, no, it's my little treat. Okay, that's it. And then another time, if you accidentally have a treat, you're like, oh, well, you know what? This is like kind of when I have my sugary cereal at night. It just kind of works. I've made progress eating that. So you just know it's not gonna hold you back because it's worked in perfectly, and it just really helps with your overall mindset as you make progress. As you see yourself making progress eating foods like this, it just helps you kind of have a better relationship with food. So that's been really awesome for me, and that is it for this little story. So I do include stuff like this in my meal plans because it's important to know how to incorporate foods you like. You can't just know how to eat perfect and then know how to eat terrible. You have to be like, okay, this is how I can work it in, make it work with my life. Okay, so we're gonna make this fantastic treat. It's fantastic. So, okay. Oh, I need a spoon. I need a spoon. Unless I just want to like do all this with my hands. I would not put it past me, but I don't need encouragement to be a slob. I got the spoon! I got the spoon! Oh shit, wait, where's the bowl? Oh my god, I'm so useless. Okay. I got the bowl! I got the bowl! Okay, so this is how I use a food scale, and it is so easy, you guys. It is so easy. Turn the scale on. Most scales have a little button that says 0 on it. So you're going to, I see my weight of my bowl here. I don't need to know the weight of the bowl. So I'm gonna tear it to 0. Whew. Aw, I did it wrong. I do this every day. But you're gonna put the container of the food on the scale. So this way, if you snack while you're doing the food, if you snack while you're serving the food, it's just gonna track it. So say I wanna have 200 grams, it's just gonna say minus 200 grams, and then I know. So instead of like, you could do it the other way around where you put the bowl on it and then scoop it in, but it's like, I mean, it's not a massive difference, but if, I would say definitely do this if you're having like a calorie dense meal, like, or calorie dense food like peanut butter, because that's when like, if you have a little extra bite, it adds up. Greek yogurt, not so much because it's pretty low cal. So then we add a little bit of sweetener. I'm just so sweet. Okay, so we add a little bit. I put probably a little bit more than I needed. That's okay. You know, it happens. So then now actually, we're not gonna put the raspberries on the scale because then we have to be like putting our hands in. I'm not the only person that uses these raspberries. So then we're gonna tear the scale back to 0. And then we are going to pour in our frozen raspberries. Frozen raspberries. They were sitting on that chair because I pre-prepared them and they're all like defrosted now. So, oh my dear goodness gracious. I need another utensil to get the peanut butter out because I'm not gonna put this Greek yogurt covered spoon in here, so. 1 second, guys. Ah, I got my knife. Okay, so I always have 40 grams of peanut butter, which is like a little bit over 2 tablespoons. I just love peanut butter so much. I love it. I love it. Oh, that's 42. And then for the next bit, sometimes I add Nutella to this if I have extra calories. Ah, the life. I just love Nutella. It's so good. Okay, I don't have a full serving of Captain Crunch. Captain Crunch. I feel like I can't say Captain with a T. Captain Crunch. A serving is 31 grams. I'm going to be having 40 grams because I'm a wild person who eats a lot of sugar. Just kidding, it's not that big of a difference. So, we've got this. I'm putting this all in here right now. I'm not even eating this till later. It's gonna get all soggy. You know what? That's okay. Doing it for my loves. My loves watching. Okay, oh, you know what? I do have 40 grams. Wow, a little goes a long way. That's 45, 45. I have made a mess. I have made a mess. Fun facts, if you ever go out to dinner with me, I mean, like, yeah, or see me eating at dinner, I always have a mess. Like, I try so hard not to, but I always have a mess. I just choked. So yeah, this is this amazingness, beautifulness. Ooh, another thing sometimes I add is low-fat whipped cream, and that's like, ah, and you can get low-fat whipped cream as like frozen. You can get it frozen and then it's kind of like ice cream. It's so good. So yeah, this is my wonderful meal. I kind of want to give this like a fun name. Like, I don't know what. Beautiful, protein, sweet, fruity, peanut buttery creation. I'm just gonna pick all this stuff up. So yes, that is it for this beauty of a recipe. I feel like this kind of meal is kind of like the epitome of flexible dieting because it's not all bad. It's a little bit of sugar, but the fruit is fine. The yogurt is fine. I don't use a natural sweet butter. I don't use a natural peanut butter. So I mean, if you're really picky, I guess that's not fine. But it's not like a bro meal. It's not like broccoli and plain chicken breast. It's like a fun meal, but it's not that bad. So it's just like, it's not like, say, if a big bowl of ice cream, I mean, I would have that too, but it's just like it's just a definition of flexible dieting. Like, you've got some good stuff, you've got some less good stuff. It's just perfect. Alrighty guys, I just wrapped up the live and with I always answer a bunch of questions at the end of my live. So if you're watching this from YouTube, follow me on Instagram, Lauragfit. I tend to do my lives on Friday evening. If I don't, I'm always announcing the same day when I'm going to be doing them. So if you wanted to be there for the live Q&A, come watch, come join us. We're lots of fun. The easiest way to really simplify the concept of fitting fun foods into your calories is kind of like a budget. So if you have a certain budget, like, you are going to spend your money for the month on things you need. So you're gonna spend it on your bills and your groceries and like just essential things for living. So that's the same as with your calories. You have a certain amount of calories and you're gonna use those on, like, you're gonna make sure you hit your protein, you're gonna make sure you have enough fiber and things high in nutrients like vegetables. But then if you have a little bit of, so we're gonna go back to the money scenario, the budget. If you have a little bit of money left over, hi Baxter, if you have a little bit of money left over, you're gonna be like, okay, I'm gonna go and buy this on something more fun. Spend this on something more fun and frivolous. It's the same thing with the calories. You've hit all your healthy goals, you've done your protein, you've had your vegetables, but you still have some calories left over, so you're gonna spend them on something a little bit more frivolous. So that is where that meal comes into place, because first of all, the meal's really not that bad. It's helping you hit the raspberries are so high in fiber, you're hitting your fiber goal there, you're getting a little bit of nutrients, you're gonna get your protein, you're gonna get some fats that you might need from your peanut butter, and then bam, you're just adding your sugary cereal on top. It's like 130 calories. Wow, the world is ending. I had 130 calories of cereal. It's not really that big of a deal. Like, I don't have a little boy metabolism. I wasn't blessed with the metabolism of a teenage boy. That's not why I can eat this stuff. I can eat this stuff because I know how to incorporate it in, and it's not really that hard to learn. It's kind of a thing where once you get the hang of it, it's so easy, and it's just gonna change your life for the better. So that is how I eat foods I love, and it really helps keep my cravings under control. Of course, sometimes I'll crave more. This isn't foolproof. Sometimes you want a larger serving than can fit in your calories, and that is fine because unfortunately we are human. So yeah, that's how you do it. So that is it. Please like and subscribe if you liked this video, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!